My name is Ojana Carter, and this is a photograph of the Little Rock Nine being escorted by the National Guard to Little Rock Central High School. This picture was taken by photographer Plankton in 1957. The Little Rock Nine was a group of African American high school students who challenged racial segregation in the public schools of Little Rock, Arkansas by enrolling in Little Rock Central High School. The brave group of students, consisting of Ernest Green, Melba Patillo, Majine Brown, Terrence Roberts, Elizabeth Exford, Thelma Mothershed, Carletta Walls, Jefferson Thomas, and Gloria Ray, became the center of the struggle to desegregate public schools in the United States, especially in the segregated South. The events that followed their enrollment in Little Rock Central High School provoked intense national debates about racial segregation and civil rights. During the summer of 1957, the Little Rock Nine enrolled at Little Rock Central High School, which until then had been all white. The students' effort to enroll was supported by the U.S. Supreme Court's decision in the 1954 Brown v. Board of Education case, which had declared segregated schooling to be unconstitutional. The Little Rock Board of Education warned the Little Rock Nine not to attend the first day of school. On the second day, the 9 African American students, accompanied by a small interracial group of ministers, still encountered a large white mob in front of the school, despite the warning. The mob began shouting, throwing stones, and even threatening to kill the students. About 270 soldiers of the Arkansas National Guard, sent by the governor of Arkansas, blocked the school's entrance. In the picture, you can see Elizabeth Exford with her shades on, trying to ignore the angry mob of white parents. The face on the woman walking behind Elizabeth shows pure hatred and disgust for the African American students. All the commotion in Little Rock drew international attention to civil rights and racism in the United States. Television and newspaper reporters devoted substantial coverage to the Little Rock Nine. Eventually, the white protesters became violent, attacking reporters for northern newspapers and African American bystanders. The students were protected by the U.S. soldiers. The Little Rock Nine continued to face verbal and physical attacks from white students and some teachers throughout their studies at Central High. Majine Brown fought back and was expelled. The remaining 8 students remained at the school for the rest of the school year. At the end of the year, in 1958, senior Ernest Green became the first African American to graduate from Little Rock Central High School. This personally connects to me because I believe education is very important. And if I was a freshman in Little Rock, Arkansas in 1957, I would convince my parents to let me attend an all-white high school to ensure I got the best education I could receive, despite the racial barriers trying to stop me.